And we are live. Y'all know what it is, man. It is the morning run. And it is morning in Colorado. Big dog Chico dodged the tsunami. Deuce and Scoop out there in the ATL. We just had a second practice. Gilly and Wallow are here to practice. It's the morning run. Right.
Good morning to you, wherever you're located at. If you're out here in the middle of the ocean, like Unc said, you just dodged the tsunami.
You hit that tsunami with that hee did you?
Shook them up real quick, like.
What you? Never mind.
Man, speaking of shook 'em up, shout out to Fat Joe and Jada Kiss. Did y'all see Jada Kiss tell Fat Joe that he already got the Euro going with his leg? Like he just got to.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Come on, dog.
No, he was talking about all this money that the NBA players are getting. You know, $280 million here, 280 for this, 200 for this. He's like, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? And Jada said, you don't have a jump shot. You got to work on your turnaround.
He said, but you got the Euro. Like you already faced it that way. Yeah, you got that leg already.
Oh man. But yeah, so for at least some parts of the island, some parts of the island got affected by the tsunami. So pray for those people on the North Shore and around the islands of Hawaii. And hopefully everybody's safe, no lives being lost. But you know, I'll update you guys on that, keep y'all informed or whatever. But we're going to keep everybody informed about what's going on with Colorado football and everything else in the sports world, in the culture, as we say. And we're gonna cover day 1 and day 2 also. Dukes, what's happening, man? I know we had a pre-show that we got. I'm trying to get out of my head.
Hey man, hey, I ain't gonna say it, man. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning. Put a good morning in the chat. We have a press conference coming up shortly, right behind Uncle Neely. Uncle, I think we have DJ McKinney, and who's gonna be up there next?
Should be defense coordinator Rob Livingston. Should be on. So we're going to do the show live. Practice is right down the bridge. I walked up to do the show. Press conference will start. We'll go to that, and then we'll continue the morning run. So you'll get to see Rob Livingston, defense coordinator, and DJ McKinney live on the morning run with their presser.
Yes, indeed. Well, we're on day 2. Day 2 of practice is getting ready to be over right now. Day 1 was yesterday, of course. What are your thoughts from yesterday and what you've seen? And we'll go to Dukes after that.
You know, I saw a lot, Chico, but I want to start with this because I've been saying, and it's not I told you so moment or I'm all right moment. It's just an affirmation moment. I've been with Coach Prime now. This is my 6th football season with him. And I've been telling the audience and even telling Coach Swayze himself that this is the best shape I've seen a Deion Sanders Coach Prime team be in going into fall camp. And that was just my eyeball test and watching where they were working, the results of the work. Well, yesterday at the end of practice, to hear Coach Prime say, hey, where's Swayze? And shot him and his staff out for having the guys ready on day 1 to practice was just like affirmation that my eyes ain't crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Affirmation that, you know, the work that you see, the body changes, because those guys on yesterday, day 1, got after the balls. The pursuit drills, you know, it looked like we're into week 2 or 3. The blitz drills, all the things that they were doing where you got to show that burst, explosion, and most importantly, effort, Dukes. They were doing it day 1. And Coach Prime said it in the practice, like, Swayze, shout out to you and your staff. These guys are ready to practice.
Yeah, I agree, man. When I was able to go watch some of the footage from the pregame, watching Well Off and watching Reach the People, what I saw was just the camaraderie. Early on, the competition, the camaraderie, when you got so many players that weren't even here in December, and we're talking about 6 months later, think about all the guys that came in April or later in that second quarter that are playing pivotal roles already. So I just think from people that are the new guys that are getting acclimated and getting runs with the twos, getting runs with the ones in some instances, I think that's been really important. How fast these guys have acclimated to the system, and I think that's a testament to the culture starting to. And I know culture is one of those words that Coach Prime don't really like, but at the end of the day, it's still relevant. The culture that's in Colorado that's being built is one of, bro, you got to get down and lay down. If you're not with the program, then the program basically, and also ain't no, and this is like the social media term of the world right now. Ain't nobody bigger than the program, period. So I think for now these players are understanding that guys are coming in and saying it don't matter where I came from, and I'm in Colorado now, and you can even see it and it's popping off the screen when you watch the videos.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Coach Swayze,
go ahead, Chico.
real quick, before you go, I think Coach didn't hold back on those guys. He didn't ease them in. That's you saw some new guys when he first came in. Oh, we thought we was gonna be eased into this, and we started off with it. Yeah, he started off with it, to make that foundation there, and he built off of that. That's why they're in the shape they're in right now.
Yeah, I want to touch on both those points because he didn't hold back and ease them into it because he knew what everybody else knows about college football in particular. You don't have the time you think you have. Like even we stand here right now, you're talking about with 2 practices in, you get 25 practices in 31 days. This Friday is August 1st. You got a game in 28 days with about 24, 25 practices remaining. You don't have a lot of time. So imagine, Chico, and you can attest to it having been there in your college career. Imagine how many practices get wasted because people ain't in shape to practice.
Yes.
Versus coming ready to practice. Now, day 1, you made it count. Day 2, you made it count. I've seen Coach Prime programs in the past, man, where you really didn't get going until like the second week because guys had to get like in football shape. Well, that's not the case now. They came in ready to practice. Hell of a job by Coach Swayze and his team. And, in the days to come, Dukes, the weeks to come, you'll get more into those position battles like the quarterback and things like that. But right now, it's about those installs, getting acclimated, and getting things ready for Georgia Tech. And I think this team is ahead of schedule.
Man, absolutely. And there wouldn't be a better source on the readiness of this team than somebody who's been there from Jackson State. And you're not only, from your perspective, looking at where somebody is as far as being with Coach Prime, but being with Coach Prime from Jackson State, seeing the readiness, not just of the team, but the program that he's putting together. See, now the program is taking over where you're getting on autopilot. There's an old saying that goes, you want to be lucky? Would you rather be lucky or good? If you do something really well 1 or 2 times, then that's lucky. But if you can make that cycle repeatable, then you're good. Now, this cycle is becoming repeatable where Colorado will say, we know what to do here. We know what to do here. You're going to see a lot of mistakes that were being made early on in some of these other years. They're going to be erased now because you do have continuity. When's the last time, Coach Prime, when's the last time you had the same offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator for back-to-back seasons? Both sides. It's usually been a switch almost every year. So you got the same two. And look at you brought in new coaches, but I believe in every room there's some sort of continuity there. Maybe I'm not sure the running back room has that, but outside of that, I think every room has some sort of continuity there. And I think that's big.
Huge.
Absolutely.
I think you nailed it. You nailed it there about that continuity. And when you talk about, I smile when you said Coach Prime doesn't like the word culture because he doesn't. But I tease him because it's like not liking the word brown, but telling somebody dark tan. It's like, well, dog, you really saying the same thing. It really is like so. The culture here has been so established that's why when Coach Prime was dealing with his personal health issues, the program didn't miss a beat. Because you got the coordinators here, because you got Swayze here, because you got Director of Football Operations and Reggie Calhoun Sr., General Manager David Kelly, that's your continuity to make sure stuff is going to run the way it's supposed to run in his absence. And then when he's here, like he is now, nothing has skipped a beat. So they just blew the horn for the end of practice. So they're going to do a team talk and then everybody be up this way. So the press conferences, y'all should be starting, I'd imagine, next 10 minutes. We me and you, Dukes, and Chico, we call it the Dennis Bridge. I ain't seen Dennis and his dog on today, but they got to come up that bridge.
Hey, he just said, do I need to come up there?
Okay, all right. Yeah. Dennis, I missed you this morning, man. When I walked down there, I was like, man, where the dog? Where Bruce?
Let Bruce hit
it. Yeah. But it's an exciting first week back, man. Weather couldn't be more perfect. Nice mild temps. Again, though, dog, you just ain't got the time that you think you got.
Right.
Like Georgia Tech, August 28th, 29th will be here before you know it.
Hey, what's the mood like? Because if you're watching on the Pregame Network, you guys will see behind the scenes, of course, on the field. You'll see Coach Hart coming up, making his statement. You'll see Coach George Hageman inspiring the guys. Hey, man, you know, your effort should be there. If your head coach is here the way he is, your effort should be there. You should be able to run to the ball, Coach Hart said. What has that effort been like from your perspective, and what has the morale been like around the team right now?
I think the morale has been high, because of Coach Prime and what he went through and sharing that story with everybody. But I also think, like with anybody else, I don't care if you're 14, 19, or 54 like me, sometimes you have to get reminded of your commitment and the pledge you made. And so everybody, of course, was standing ovation saying, yeah, like essentially we're going to do this for Prime. All he wants from us is to win. But there's going to come a practice and somebody forgets they clap to that. You got to say, dog. And coach does that with players throughout their careers with him. He will pull them to the side and go like, dog, do you remember when you set him off with your mama what you said you was going to do for her? Did you practice today like you're going to get her that house?
There you go.
Now, I didn't tell you what your commitment was. You told me what your goals were. I'm just reminding you of what you said. So did you practice or did you play like you're going to reach that goal? And so I'm sure we're going to have some moments like that. But the cohesion, the camaraderie, the morale boost with his presence was clear cut. And then when they learned the story of his absence, it went up even higher. Because like Coach Hart said in the clip I did with him, it's in this morning's post on the network, but also on Instagram. He said, man, I'm out here following a man with 8 toes and a new bladder.
Right.
If I can't run to the ball, he out here. And if I can't run to the ball, I'm in the wrong place.
And what are we doing? What you doing?
Yeah.
You ain't putting no effort, man. So
yeah,
most definitely. Go ahead, Dukes. I ain't mean to cut you off. My bad.
No. I wasn't even gonna say nothing, but what you was gonna say?
No, I was just gonna go to probably go to the next thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I will say this before we move to the next subject. I just mentioned being bigger than the program.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Prime said he's not bigger than the program because he did what it took to get back to the program. He didn't mail it in. He didn't, get less evasive procedures so that he didn't have to take so much wear and tear on his body. He did what it took for him to be here or to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And how far does that go when you're able to say, look, nobody's bigger than being here, even me, and I got all the reason in the world. Man, when you just think about like how that would sound from your coach saying, we know about everything, but just breaking it down to saying that even I'm not. Coach Prime time, Deion Sanders is not bigger than Colorado football. And for him to say that, when you can really attach Colorado football to him right now, for him to be able to say that, it's not only good for the players out of there, but what about all the former players who may feel forgotten since Coach Prime has been there? And for him to put that sacrifice up for Colorado football and his players, I think that'll have dividends that go way further than wins and losses on the football field.
Yes, indeed.
Couldn't agree more, man. The sacrifices he makes, the standard he sets is non-negotiable. And the reason it's non-negotiable, Dukes, is what you just articulated, is he holds himself to it. He don't come to meetings late. Look, let me tell y'all this. One of the last things you want to do is travel with him because he will leave you. like when he said, hey, dog, we're going to meet in the lobby at 6:50. You need to be down there like 6:35, 6:40.
Yeah.
Because if he down there 6:35, 6:40, he not, well, I did say 6:50. Because on time to him is late.
Mm-hmm.
Like he ain't never on time. Yeah, yeah. Like we down the street at 6:50. Like
right, we moving.
Yeah. So it's the same standard here. Like everything is ahead of schedule and on time because that's the way he carries himself, and he doesn't negotiate it, whether he's with Aflac or Pepsi or Nike or whoever. So he ain't going to negotiate it here, and it doesn't matter who you are. You touch that door and the meeting done started. We'll see tomorrow, dog.
Absolutely.
And then he look at Swayze, write that down.
Man,
Chico know what that means.
Chico used to be on time, dog. Shoot.
But Chico knows somebody got extra gas.
Absolutely. Shoot. come there late like that, man, your teammates gonna be on you too. And that's what it should be, actually. Your teammates should be on top of that also. And even your position guys, if I'm a tight end and I look around and I notice one of my tight ends is not there and the meeting's getting ready to start, we need to be doing something. Hey man, where's
Absolutely.
where's this guy? He need to be
Absolutely.
here. You got to hold each
Absolutely.
other accountable.
One thing I talked with Coach Swayze yesterday, right before practice started, asked him what he was going to be looking for. And outside of effort and all that, he made a big thing about attention to detail. And I asked him about his grading system. You could get marks for your socks not being right or not putting the weights with the Colorado up. Just, checking in for breakfast, making sure you weighed in on time. Just, man, little stuff. He looked in the camera and he said, because we will not be the most penalized team in the Big 12 again.
I'm telling you. Like, that's fixable.
So I want to take them through a detail-oriented strength and conditioning with checks and balances to it, with consequences to it, because we're not going to go through this season and be the most penalized team again. Because y'all got to remember this now. You can look at key injuries that took place, whether it's Travis or Shiloh. You can look at woulda, coulda, shoulda moments. We were literally one football game away from playing in the Big 12 championship.
One game.
Disconnected.
Uh-oh.
But we were the most penalized team in the Big 12. You can't tell me that had we just been middle of the pack, it wouldn't have resulted in one extra win.
Right.
We didn't have to be the best. If we were just a little better at penalties, we win one more game. You're in Dallas. And let me tell y'all something about anything that Deion Sanders touched that's in Dallas. I'm going to bet on it every time. You give Deion Sanders could be playing tic-tac-toe in Jerry World. I'm betting on Prime.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is get there. One game away last year.
One game away. Those penalties definitely take games out of reach, and lose games for you. So you eliminate those things, then you're right there. Like you said, you have that one game, now you're in the Big 12 championship. Who knows what happens after that?
50-50 at that point.
Got to put yourself in position and not shoot yourself in the foot at the end of the day. Hell, you're good enough. What Jim Brown said on Any Given Sunday, we made it real damn simple. You're dumb enough.
Hey, calm down, coach. You're going to have a stroke. I don't get strokes. I give them.
Give them. Damn. That's a serious ass coach right there. You better start listening.
Speaking of strokes, you got rung out, Layla?
Whoa.
Went to the store, got
Come on
rung
now,
out.
dog.
Speaking of that, speaking of going to the store late, Wayne
Chico.
Morgan said.
Oh, go ahead. Because I looked over at Reggie Calhoun, who just waved at me.
Come on, dog.
And this is his first time not watching the morning run live because he's been on the practice field. But he said me breakfast this morning. He said, man, I started to text y'all the other day because Chico Mike was hot. I was listening. I could hit you. I said, Coach, I appreciate you watching it. He said, no, I love the show. Y'all got great chemistry, great information. I love the show. But he said, man, I don't know what Chico doing in the background, but that mic was hot.
Yeah, man. My bad, Coach.
That man hit that "You Ain't Lying." That was "You Ain't Lying" heard around the world, boy.
Right. I was like, wait a minute. I heard that over here like that. Yeah, that's too loud right there. My bad. Oh my gosh. I had to turn everything all the way up. But hey, that's what they have to do at practice. And that's what they probably did today on day 2, turn things up. They had them pads on once again. Looks like
called them the shells, the spiders, not fully padded. Yeah. So but it was an intense practice, man. I'll tell you, I love what I'm seeing. I can see the coaching imprint, communication, attention that Byron Leftwich is already bringing with the quarterbacks. When he pulls them to the side and he's talking to them, you can tell like they know this is a guy Tom Brady listened to. Why would I sit here and not pay attention? And they're going to him with questions. So I think what he's going to do for that room is phenomenal. Same thing with Marshall Faulkner and the running backs. Coach Prime has not made it a secret. Pat Sherman has not made it a secret. So when it happens against Georgia Tech on play 1, ain't like we giving some away. Our goal is to run the ball this year. And you saw a lot of red zone work even on day 1, running the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you have the running backs to do so, and look like you have the offensive line to do so also. That's what I'm excited about too this year. Along with Kane Salter's running ability, adding that element to the offense, you have at least three prime and ready running backs that can carry the load. Then the offensive line has been added with at least 5 guys who have experience coming from other places, and then you have 3 or 4 returners that have experience. So I'm excited about that offensive line. The 3-headed monsters coaching them, Marshall Falk in the backfield, and Pat Shermer with the rededication, I think, to running the football. We're going to see a different, more balanced offense this season than I think we've seen before.
And let me give Marshall Falk a little more tip of the cap. Is people forget they're with the Colts and Peyton Manning, or with Warner, St. Louis, or the Rams, regardless of location, how much of a part of the play calling he was there. And being a second quarterback in the backfield. And even today at practice, you could see some things happening that might have been a center quarterback function that was impacting the running backs, but he has the eye for that. And, he'll tell you that my goal is not to just make sure we run the ball. My goal is to make sure we are an integral part of the offense, which means catching the ball and blocking, disguising things in different schemes and looks. So his football IQ, man, I don't think people give him enough credit for that. They look at just his running ability and what he was able to accomplish yardage versus his just command and knowledge of the offense overall.
Right.
Offensive genius, man. So now you got you got Leftwich in the offensive room, Falk in the offensive room. I'm talking additions from last year. Joining a Jason Phillips that's already there, and his, being the 2-time leading the nation and receiving in college and putting his quarterback in the Heisman Trophy race and winning it, and Pat Shermer with his offensive experience. We don't have a choice but to be successful. Like there's too much invested in that room for us to be stagnant.
Right.
And you can 1,000% take that. You can take that staff off it the way it is and start an expansion NFL team, and no problem. Nobody will say anything. Nobody will say a thing. Like, you just want to go take, you know what? We want to get a staff. We want fresh guys. You can take that staff right now with the NFL experience, because they talk about a lot of, when coaches talk about what they do, like college coaches say, you go to the league to get your PhD. So you might have a college defensive coordinator that'll take a position coach job, or a college head coach that'll go take a coordinator job in the NFL, and they call it your PhD, because that's where you go to learn. You don't have to get the PhD with this team. They brought the PhD with them, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can officially say, you know how you're riding with your mom and them when you're little, and you ask, we there yet? And they say, not yet. We're almost there. We're almost there. Practice really needs to see, and everybody coming up the hill now. So the press conference will be starting. What happens, what's a good thing about it when practice is over, which is that it has been over officially, that's the time for guys getting their individual work too.
Yeah.
So just like you see Shedeur staying late with the Cleveland Browns, he stayed late here. So I'm looking down the hill, and I can still see the running backs out there doing some individual things as the coaches and everybody come up. So having said that, shouldn't be too much further from the press conferences getting underway.
That's when that separation happens right there, I think. When the guys stand out there longer than what they need to be, that's when that separation happens right there.
Absolutely.
Talk real quick. Excuse me. You were able to be around Charlie Offerdahl, and we heard what happened yesterday with him announcing his retirement, citing concussions, and Coach Prime also still honoring his scholarship. What was your take from seeing Charlie stand up in front of the team and make that announcement?
Well, it was one of those things that people knew was coming internally in the program, because he hadn't been with us since the spring, and we remembered that last concussion that he got at practice. And so it was going to, take some time and make some decisions. But as time went on, the indicator was he wasn't going to play this fall. But having said that, it's almost akin to Coach Prime when he made his announcement. You still get the emotions when it's official. And when he stood before the team and talked about, the reason why he wished it was different, but he's accepting it and knows that, his path has to be different now. Even joking, because his dad is a dentist, that he's about to go to dental school. So he got everybody going, get their grills and veneers in 5 years when he's done. His spirits are high. And we all did tribute videos for him. And so those are up on the school's Instagram. And I was honored to ask to, say some words about him, because I literally believe this, man. I'm 54 years old, and Charlie Offerdahl is literally the best person I've ever met in my life. Like,
Wow.
solid damn dude, man. Like, and what I tell him is any great success starts with being a great person. And whether it was the football field and running back or his dentistry that he's about to pursue, I don't care what it is. Charlie Offerdahl is going to be great at it because he is a great human being.
Right.
Like he is the consummate teammate. They never took me up on my challenge, but Charlie and Savion Wilkerson that came from Jack State, and then Charlie and Micah, I used to tell them, man, y'all need to go watch Brian's song, the Chicago Bears story with Gale Sayers, white running back and a black running back, and Piccolo gets sick and how they formed this bond in the running back room. One of the most slept on sports movies in the world because it was really a true story, if not really a sports story. But Charlie, Dag, if you watch that movie, that's Charlie Offerdahl. Just a great human being.
Yeah. You hear that a lot. People saying that about Charlie, man. Just, great guy. So shout out to Charlie. Charlie-O. And
Coach
making that
Prime,
decision.
man, like we got to be real. Scholarships matter more than ever, and NIL and all this stuff matters more than ever. This dude is such a great human being and has done so much for his locker room that even though he cannot finish this year, we're gonna keep him on football scholarship.
Mm-hmm. That shows you, the character right there. You don't do that for anybody, dog.
No, Chico, like you always think I'm coming at you, but I was being for real. Like when you told your bowl game story and you went to the bowl game injured, I read between lines. That's a dude that's good for the locker room. Man, you ain't traveling nobody hurt. That's a jackass.
Right.
Can't it ain't like he a game time decision can play. I mean, literally can't play.
Right.
Ain't go play. Didn't even bring it. Don't even put his equipment on the plane.
Right.
But you still get to make the trip. That's a Charlie Offerdahl kind of dude. Like he's good for the locker room. He coming.
Hey, my former teammates, y'all check in and vouch for that one time. You know what I mean? Check in and vouch for that.
You just messed it up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cold, man. Because we saw there's been a player that's been in the headlines that in the group chat that we were kind of just like maybe this is kind of the player that Chico was. And
come on now, dog.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
Here you go.
No, absolutely.
No,
absolutely. No, absolutely.
Hey, y'all must be talking about Shannon Sharp. Yeah, Shannon Sharp was in the news this week, and
no,
we talking about
who we're talking about.
We talking about the one that hit the split, and he was at the bottom of the pile digging for gold. That one.
And said he had a kissing booth in the locker room, and that's where it went too far.
You got too far.
You go too far, big box.
But I said all that to say, man, that couldn't be true with the way they treated you in that bowl game. So, man, shout out to you, Chico, for being a great teammate.
Hey, man, appreciate it. Once I got here, though, it was hey, those things changed once I got here.
Yeah. That's the Chico we inherited. We didn't get the Chico they had. We got one man Rico Chico who professed the love in the bottom of the pile.
Unbelievable. This man grabbing on folks' private parts under the pile. Boy, you have taken it to a whole other level, dog. You have outdone yourself.
And man, when you look at the footage, I don't want to judge nobody's intent. Like they got law and order, criminal intent. I don't want to judge nobody's intent. He ain't look like he was grabbing to hurt him.
No, it was like he was grabbing. It was like he was reaching. Like, I'm interested.
Yeah. Like I would prefer in that situation, he was doing it to hurt him. Now, even though that's wrong in the spirit of competition, okay, you trying to hurt him. Okay,
exactly.
Cool.
No,
you look like you were doing it for self-pleasure. Like, hold on, dog. You can't.
He's doing what they used to say back in the day, copping the field.
Yes. They could. Like, come on, dog. And now, okay, one clip. All right, cool. Shit happens. Who knows? He might have been his college roommate. That's the inside joke. Even though I don't play like that. 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Come on, dog.
Hey man, Josh Allen, you couldn't even see his face, but he looked disgusted. Like,
his body language. His body language was.
He felt. It looked like he felt violated. Like he could press charges after this.
Yes, and he was talking to the ref like, "Dog, like, let me tell you what just happened. Yeah. I need counseling.
Right. Like this is unbelievable. Oh man, that's not what I meant by the pals. by liking the piles. Reverend B.J. Nelson out of San Francisco. Shout out to my dog Larry June out there in San Francisco. So if I get it out right, Reverend B.J. Nelson. Nearly is it possible that Charlie will be like an aide during the season?
Oh, we'll see. Well, I'll put it out there publicly. When I text Charlie, extending him, love and well wishes, I said, man, if you ever want to give sports broadcasting a try, we got a chair right here for you. Because like I said, man, he is such a great guy. I don't think there's anything, if he wants to do it, he can't do it well.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how much he wants to be able to be around the program, because I know that could be an emotional toll, but also as he goes to dentistry school, how much even time allows.
Right. What's the old saying? How you do anything is how you do everything.
Absolutely.
I think Charlie's definitely one of those guys, man. So whatever he goes into, he can go be a zookeeper. I bet that zoo gonna be a nice.
Yeah, Chico, you on fire today now, my boy.
I'm dead serious.
You rolling?
I'm rolling now. Is you rolling?
Chico, let me ask you this, man. For my information and well as the chat's education, prayers to the Pacific Rim and all the islands out there and the tsunami warnings. What has the past 24 hours like been for you and your family, man? Because like the tsunami, I talked to Coach Pecco this morning, extended, blessings his family. He was appreciative of me asking. He said everybody just moved up to high ground because you ain't got no choice. Ain't like you can drive to the next state.
Exactly.
What was it like psychologically with this pending doom coming?
All right, for real, it was like this, dog. Coming from Alabama, first of all, from the mainland, you're like, tsunami, I only see those on TV. But real reality, as my coach used to say, I've always driven around this island and thought like, damn, what if a tsunami come? And I would really think like, man, the wave would have to be like the biggest wave you ever seen to engulf the whole island because of the way it's made. Like the terrain is so rigid, and it kind of goes up the mountain range. So all you have to do is just get up to higher ground and you should be safe. So my thoughts were at first when it first happened was, okay, I'm going to just, everybody get off work. I'm just going to go get my stuff, make sure I'm in the right place. But as it got closer and you start seeing the reports and you see the little demonstrations and it shows like the waves coming and it could really just take over the whole island. You like, oh, damn, wait a minute. Let me go make sure I'm near my kids. Let me go make sure I am higher ground. Let me go get the hell up out of Dodge, because as I was driving there and you hear those sirens going off, you're like, oh shit, coach. I might be in a real natural disaster going on out here. This might be, all I'll see it. Let me go get safe, man.
And you grabbed the all-purpose rag. That's the first
thing. I grabbed my all-purpose rag. I got my batteries.
I don't even want to know what the batteries go is. So I'm just
flashlight, dog. Flashlight.
The sun come up, Chico. All you know.
But I'll tell you one thing though. I had a friend make a post. Right, he was like, "Bro, like, why is everybody running to get gas? Why are y'all running to get tissue? Like, if God wanted to do this, gas and tissue ain't gonna matter, dog.
To nothing. To nothing or nobody.
Y'all just spending all this unnecessary money. So you saw a lot of people doing that. It was gridlock traffic, but
excuse me 1 second, Chico. Excuse me 1 second. A lot of staff is coming up the hill now. Coach Swayze, L Boogie. Shout out to L Boogie.
Shout out to L Boogie. For real,
and so DC is coming up now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my settings on the camera flipped around.
Let's go, Denzel. Uncle Denzel. Let's get it.
Well, I thought it was. I tell you what I'm gonna do.
Come on now, dog.
I ain't laughing at him, y'all. Y'all know I love Chico don't need batteries. He got his beard oil. Unbelievable. All right, we got Coach Rob Livingston right here.
I don't know first. What's it been like? Oh, it's great. As a person, I know we've talked about that, and I hadn't seen him in a long time. And so Friday, we have a staff meeting, and kind of one-on-one, we're having a conversation. The first question he asked about my family. We talked about it. Luke played baseball with my son. Prime's talking about his stance and all these things. He wants to know how that's going. So it's just a testament to his. Obviously, his leadership is one-of-one. He's the Pied Piper. the world will follow them if they just listen to them. So we're blessed.
What was your first reaction when you heard the news? What was your thought process?
Scared, I think, like everybody. We're talking about a life here. So this football stuff, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But it's a testament to who he was. He keeps a tight inner circle. Again, he was away and we were working. And just knowing that when he comes back, he's going to hit the ground running. And that first staff meeting went about like he thought it would. Hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. So it's not like he was, just hanging out. He was taking care of his life, number one, and worried about his team, number two. So again, a testament to who he is. If we all lived our life like that, the world would be a better place.
Did it make you?
Second.
Hey, Coach, there's so many veteran coaches on the staff.
Yeah.
Did that make it sort of seamless for you guys to just kind of run things up throughout the summer? Like, hey, we know what we're doing here. We've been under Coach Prime now for a little bit. We're also veterans.
Yeah, I just think you got grown men, whether they have a job to do and they used to do it to the building. The conversation was never had, like if then. I think because we know the guy, what he's already been through, as he talked about in the press conference, we knew he'd be here day one. So, it was our job, obviously, in the summer. It's player acquisition period is already over. So now let's get the best out of the guys when we can. Can't say enough about the strength staff. They've done a phenomenal job. When you guys get a chance to look at practice, there's some body types that you look around like, oh, that's who? This is George's number, right? So it's a testament to everybody. And again, when you're a phenomenal leader, as Coach Prime is, you establish a culture, a situation where people just go to work. And that's what it was. So it was a joy to see. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, two-part, one football, one beyond. You talked about early prevention. Does it make you want to maybe get tested and make sure everything's okay with you? I mean, does it make you take your own health into consideration?
Oh, yeah. I think you got to look around and say, if it can happen to him, then by God, it can happen to anybody. And it just puts things in perspective. I think too often in this profession, we worry about what happens inside these walls more than we worry about what happens outside, being a husband and being a father and taking care of yourself. So it's eye-opening for sure. And God bless him for going through it. He's obviously phenomenally strong. Touched in the faith aspect of it, which he's talked about at length and does a great job establishing that culture here. So, if it can happen to him, obviously you want to take care of yourself.
And the football question is, in this day and age of everything going on with the transfer portal and paying players and everything like that, does the best player always play? I mean, how do you make sure that the best player always plays, or make sure that the best player who might leave doesn't? You know what I mean? How do you balance that dynamic?
You're really giving me a recruiting pitch here, so let me make sure. There is nothing given here. It doesn't matter if you make $1 million or you're a walk-on. I think if you guys think back to the Oklahoma State game last year, I know it's late in the year, we started 3 walk-ons, right? So we're going to play the best players. Some of these stories you hear with guys coming through, it makes no sense to me. I got 4 kids. They like nice things. We need to win games. That's our job. There's a phenomenal city behind us. There's obviously a nation behind us. We're on national TV all the time. We need to go win. And we know what that looks like. As you alluded to with the staff, we have the men here that know what it takes to get to the next level. So it's our job to play the best players, and it is what it is, right? Sometimes life's not fair.
Hey, Coach, looking at how you've had time with these guys, who stands out to you as the vocal leaders, and who do you think are the guys who lead by example in this defense?
Yeah, that's a great question. I guess we're really replacing 7 or 8 starters, however you want to look at it. So I think that's very fluid. I've talked about the guys that I think will take that leadership role. Arden Walker is a guy that this place means a lot to him, obviously with his father and I think growing up in the area. The linebacker room looks different. I'm excited to hear those voices. We've got some returners in the secondary, obviously Preston and DJ, and then Carter as well, a variety of roles. So I think it's still pretty fluid, still too early to tell. I don't think you can anoint leaders. I think people have to follow them. We just talked about last year that there's a huge difference in leadership between Cam and Travis. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll have some Cams, but hopefully we'll have some Travises.
Speaking of Travis, I mean, you come from the NFL where you're not used to losing your best players, and now without Travis, this fall camp, kind of how do you go about encouraging guys to step up and replace everything you guys defensively?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the biggest testament, we talked about it with Travis, is, after you're around him, you can clearly define what culture is, right? So culture to me is when your best players are hard at work, and that's Travis Hunting. So the guys that had the benefit to be in the room, well, hopefully they get paid forward. And then the other piece is guys that come in that they saw it from afar, and they want to know what this involves, how is this guy so successful. So he's touched this place, he's blessed this place, he's blessed me, obviously. And part of that is being different on defense. I think we talked about it in the spring. We'll do some things defensively that are drastically different from what we did last year. A little bit more of the NFL stuff. And it's our job as coaches to take our best players and put them in a position to be successful. So that's what we'll try to do.
Scott, go
Coach, I'll always remember a basketball analogy you gave like last year.
Yeah.
Talking about like, there's always 5 or 6 guys on the field. Like you call them shooters. You want to
Yeah.
give as many shot attempts as possible. I know it's obviously still early, but like who have you kind of identified as kind of the shooters on the defense, guys you want to give as many opportunities to show their talent as possible?
Well, I got to give you the coach to answer there. I'm sorry. Hopefully we have 11 of them. Again, it starts with the guys that are coming back. We really talk about culture here. I think we talked about Prime at length. He does a phenomenal job building that culture. So the guys that have been here, they know how blessed they are, number one. So again, it goes back to that defensive line. Arden Walker, I think Quincy Wiggins done some good things. Obviously, we're much bigger on the inside than last year, so that'll look a little bit different. And then you try to get Preston and DJ in positions where they can go make plays. I think DJ's got a chance to have a breakout year. I tell him this all the time. I think he's probably coming up next, so you guys can tell him that. DJ can be as good as he wants to be. DJ, the world, DJ Bullshit. So I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Two more, Jeff. You see a new face at quarterback. What's the new challenge that you're seeing now that you're facing a different quarterback right now? What do you like about that challenge, or what do you see on the other end that you like?
I think obviously we're seeing 2-3 different guys. Pat's done a phenomenal job this offseason, kind of molding and morphing what we need to be. Obviously, I love Shador. He won a lot of games for us. Shador was not the college quarterback in terms of running around and doing those things. He could, but it was more drop back pass game. So, there's some 11-on-11 situations there. I think they're both doing a good job. I'm blown away to think that Juju should be a senior in high school. Like when I really step back and think about what I was like at that age. God have mercy on us if I was our quarterback here. They've done a great job. We're still early in camp. I think for all newcomers to get there in the spring and go through that is huge. Again, too often we forget about the personal side of this thing. First time you've been away from home. How does this laundry machine work? Who takes care of these dishes? All those things. But they've done a great job, and it'll be a challenging camp. So looking forward to it.
Hey, Coach. The 3 guys from last year's secondary now in the NFL. How big is that for the current guys to see? If we work hard,
It's great. I think we talk about it. At length. We're not just reading this from a book. You know what it takes to get there. Take Travis out of it. My son could probably could have coached Travis. But for Cam and Shallow to be there and shooting great, getting reports and those kind of things. I think it's always easier in life when you see what the benefits can be. Somebody just talked about having like a blind grind and just doing it every day. And there's no reward, and then you look up and it's up there. So I think the moral of the story is keep your head down, go to work, and good things happen.
Last one, Jake. Coach, you're going to have new linebackers, obviously, this year with Nikai and Devontae gone. Just what have you seen from that room so far? Obviously Martavius, Reggie, but also like Kylan and JB who's coming back too.
Yeah, it's an uber competitive room. Coach Hart does a great job. I think it starts there. We talk about like leadership. We talked about that with Prime. I think Coach Hart's got a phenomenal way to reach players. I think that's where it starts. And we'll see where they fall. Right? Again, training camp is about competition, and I think in life, when we're pushed to be our best, that's when we do the best results. So I'm excited for the room. Let's do it. We'll see how it plays out. I think there's a lot of ability in that room, and I think it can be a strong suit for us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.
Yep, super. Hey, you never give me everybody.
Shout out to Coach Rob Livingston. We got DJ McKinney right here.
DJ, what's up? Just what's it like being back out there with the guys? Big year for you, obviously. Now Travis playing opposite. Just you're the guy in that secondary. What's up there?
It's amazing, having my coaches, being able to invest in me, and then my teammates looking up to me. It's amazing feeling, and then being out here with my guys, being out here with Coach Prime again. It's just a blessing.
Brian, go ahead. Did you want to ask about some of the newcomers that are like guys like Tion and Tyreek Davis, things like that? What have you noticed on some of those guys?
The work ethic, they came in knowing a little bit about the standard, but then once they, fully dove into it, everybody was on the same page. We all had the same mindset, and then we all just believed in our coaches and dialed in.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, DJ, you're seeing Dion back, and he went through that very public battle of bladder cancer. What is your opinion of him now? Is it raised any more than you thought of him? And what's it been like in practice? What's it been like just having your leader back?
Honestly, just having Coach Prime's presence back in the building, it's an amazing feeling. A lot of guys who recently transferred here didn't really get to see him too much. So now it's just cool seeing him, and guys being aware of him and his personality and everything, and just getting to know him and stuff. So I feel like everybody just has a chip on their shoulder. Honestly, with Coach Prom's present and just being out here.
Go ahead, Neely.
DJ, Coach Prime selected you to go to Big 12 Media Day, make you one of the faces of the team. Your DC just sung your praises. Practice one yesterday. You were player of the day. What's your motivation to keep going, to keep these people, proving them right, proving you right, day in, day out?
Honestly, my motivation is just my team. I want to be the best for them. I want to lock down my side of the field. And then honestly, hearing Coach Prime's journey with the issues he was dealing with, it makes you feel a certain type of way because, that's your coach. You look up to him and you just want the best for him. So, yeah, at the end of the day, that's my motivation, my team and my coach.
Hey, DJ, you guys watch a lot of leadership temples in every room. Pretty much, if you look across every room, the leaders that came on. Who have you seen kind of step up and maybe take more of a vocal role? Is that something you're trying?
Yeah, so the guys last year, they definitely set the foundation, for the leadership. They kind of, made it to where, the guys who were still here would pick it up and raise the center, honestly. But yeah, I've seen Martavius French in the linebacker group. We got Barnes in the D-line group. We got Tafiq Byard in the safety room. We got me, Preston, Carter in the corner room. It's just you're seeing guys come together and just all have the same mindset and goals. So it's just amazing feeling. We're excited for the season.
Right. DJ, Coach was here just praising Coach Swayze. When you look at the roster, the defensive line especially, those numbers are a lot bigger than they were last year, the weight numbers. Are you seeing that on the field? That there's some bigger bodies there and more depth and talent?
Oh, yeah. I'm seeing it in the weight room also, with Coach Swayze. He's transformed a lot of guys' bodies and a lot of guys' speed and just built confidence into them. So it's just amazing seeing everybody fly around and get the job done.
In that same vein, too, just how do you feel like that can pay dividends this season? Just in terms of the physicality and the strength and conditioning program?
I feel like that's a major part of the game. That's one of our core values a little bit. So I feel like everybody just needs to buy into what we believe in and what Coach is telling us. It's going to take us far.
Last one, Adam, go ahead.
Kind of building off Neely's question, Coach Livingston was up here saying that you can be as good as you want to be. As you kind of view your game going into the season, what are the areas you feel like you need to make strides to get to that next level?
Definitely my area of quickness, quick twitch and things of that nature. And then, just when I'm in phase, finding that ball, making a play on the ball and giving it back to my offense. And at the end of the day, just lock down my side of the field. That's my goal.
All right, DJ, thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
We go DJ McKinney and Coach Rob Livingston right there with their after practice press conference.
I'm going earbuds now.
Get our thoughts and analysis and things of that nature. A lot of people were saying first rounder, Swayze, body by Swayze, and so on.
I got a fist bump my dog like this. Oh yeah, hold on.
Unmute yourself, Dukes. DJ, what's cracking? How you doing?
What's good? I'm doing good. Just got done with practice.
Yes, sir, man. Glad to have you on the morning run. Philip Dukes, Big Dog Chico here. Hey, a lot of people come in and say you got the body by Swayze now. How has it been? How much did you gain this summer? And how do you feel going into this season?
So before the summer started, coming out of spring ball, I was about 182. Right now I'm sitting at 190, and then I've seen the transformations in a lot of other dudes' bodies, Jordan Seaton, to be example, that boy looking different out there. So yeah, it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing out here, having Coach Swayze believe in us and strengthening us.
DJ, talk about some of the newcomers and somebody who may have impressed you with either their play on the field or their work ethic or their IQ. Just talk about some of the guys who weren't here last year that have impressed you so far in the secondary.
In the secondary?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say in the secondary, a lot of, I would say Tion's feet. I like his feet. He got real nice feet, real technically sound, just good feet. And then Tafiq Byard, he's so smart. It's like that's why he got that number 7. I feel like that was Cam's jersey number last year. I feel like you got to earn that jersey number. He most definitely did. With his IQ of the football game. He just understands it fully and executes it.
Nice.
Yeah. I know the defensive backs love defensive linemen for the pressure they can get on the quarterback
Oh,
and
yeah.
hopefully throw y'all some errant balls up there, get some
Oh,
picks.
yeah.
How's that defensive line been looking? And give a shout out to some of those guys out there that look like they're going to be getting some pressure on the quarterback this season.
Man, all of them boys on the D-line hungry. That's all I see whenever I'm watching they drills. They practicing their technique and everything. So I say Sammy Sacks is what I call him.
Okay,
And then you got Barnes. Barnes is running to the ball. Barnes is a big dude. They was getting on him last year because he wouldn't run to the ball, but Barnes is everywhere. And then you got Tawfiq Bar. You always gonna hear Tawfiq before you see him. That's for sure. But yeah, everybody in the trenches is just hungry. They all hungry.
Definitely.
DJ, so I deal with different colleges, and I hadn't had a college that said they were prepping their guys for Big 12 Media Day. And so I got to sit in the session with you when you were prepping. How did that prep session help get you ready for Big 12 Media Day? And did it help make you more comfortable behind the microphone?
Oh, yeah, most definitely a little bit more comfortable, with answering questions that I didn't know how to approach, and then answering questions that I didn't really have a full, grasp of. So it kind of just helped me process my thinking, gather myself before I answer anything, and then not answer questions that, really didn't need to be answered. So, yeah, it helped me a lot.
With Travis being gone, Cam being gone, what are some of the small things that you're going to do to step into that leadership role to kind of be that voice and that example for the other defensive backs on the team this season?
Yeah, I'm making sure the guys get together even outside of, the facility, without coaches having to tell us, just making sure we build that chemistry, that communication, because it all translates onto the field. So that's what I'm doing.
When we talk about player-led practices, a lot of people don't understand the importance of them. What is something that may have bled over from player-led practices into being the official practices or the padded practices? What is something that you guys were able to do in player-led practices that is helping you guys now in camp?
Like I said, just building chemistry with each other. If we see something while we out there in the player-led practice, we could diagnose it or come up with a better oh, if he do this, we gonna check it to this. You take this, I'm gonna take this. Just kind of play off of each other a little bit. It just makes it faster, makes the game faster and easier for us.
Yep.
Indeed. Hey, we appreciate you joining us right after the press conference, man. Hey, shout out to you. I know you're from Texas. Real quick, where? Look, we're gonna wrap it up right now. But last question: where are the best recruits coming from in football? What state?
Texas, come on now. We got the best resources. We got the best coaches. We got the best facilities. And then we just born for it and bred for it out there.
Man, DJ, y'all just got the most space. That's all, bro. Georgia, man. That's it.
Georgia probably third. Georgia third for sure.
Hey man, take his mic, dog.
Appreciate you joining on DJ. Fun fact, that was my number I wore in high school and arena ball, number 8 and overseas. Yep. So ball out in the 8, big dog.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it, man.
DJ McKinney, standout cornerback for the Colorado Buffaloes.
We're trying to get we get Carter Stoutmire doing his now. We get him out there.
All right.
But yeah, DJ, man, I couldn't be two places at once. So
you did all right.
Man, DJ McKinney is selected for Big 12 Media Day. You just heard Rob Livingston singing his praises. We had practice yesterday. He was player of the day for practice 1. Scouts have been at practice both days. A lot of people are thinking now that the big names were gone, scouts wouldn't be here. You got scouts still at practice each day, and they're here for the DJ McKinney's award. Like that, you're talking to a first round.
Most definitely. Shout out to DJ McKinney, man. Got the size, got the length on the field. Let me just. All right, we got Carter Stoutmire up there right now, and Carter, he got a.
No, dog. It's like if I say it,
it's fine.
Well, it's like it means different when you say it.
No, y'all take it different. What I say.
No, those Coach Prime just going by like, no, it's like we don't know where you coming from.
Oh, damn, that's messed up.
Got Carter Stoutmire,
Big 2-3. Dukes, you can start it off, Dukes, before I even go. Shout out to Carter Stoutmire, man. What up, Big 2-3?
What up? What up? You gotta get
Hey man, hey, good to see you back, Carter. What was the off season like, and what was your biggest obstacle in getting back to where you are?
Biggest obstacle, I had to get back from an injury. BYU game, the play where Aaron Quinn got the pick, I got rolled up on by Big Quinn actually. So I had a bad high ankle sprain. So I was battling that for majority part of like a spring portion of the offseason. So honestly, now I look back at it, I should have did spring ball. I wasn't fully healthy out of spring ball. I just, we went full straight through spring ball. I just wanted to go out there and help the guys. So I just went out there, did what I could for the team. But during that whole May break throughout the summer, I've been in the rehab and stuff like that. And then again with Swayze, training staff, all that, just being able to get my body back right, feeling back how I used to. Yes, sir.
For sure.
Hey man, you see you got, as they say in the chat, body by Swayze, got the shoulders out, got the guns
Yes,
out. No, ain't no water guns going on. These bazookas now.
Yes,
How's
sir.
it been working out with Coach Swayze this season, and just talk about the impact that he's brought to you guys?
He instills like a lot of discipline and stuff like that. Workouts that we do remind me of, in a way, stuff I did as a kid. Doing a whole lot of garage workouts with my pops and all that. Just a whole lot of old school workouts. It ain't got to be fancy work. It's just good work at the end of the day. So this whole Swayze, all the running, all that, that's what it reminds me of. So this is what I'm used to. I live for this.
Carter, you were one of the more versatile DBs on the team. You could play and have played a little bit of everything. Is it difficult for you to know each position, or how do you get through? Because you can play slot, you can play boundary safety, boundary field safety. You can play either corner. What's it like being so versatile, and do you have to put in a lot of extra time to be able to know all of those positions?
You got to put extra time in whatever you do. So that ain't nothing new to me. Extra work, that's something I've been doing my whole life. So when they say put in extra work, that's just regular work for me. So learning the whole playbook, that wasn't really much. As soon as Rob got here, I made sure I got my hands on playbook right away. Make sure I learned every spot. So whenever they threw me in whatever position, like y'all saw last year when Shiloh went down, boom, I'm in there. I know exactly what to do off rip. So I was just ready to go. Yes, sir.
Plug and play. You as a guy who's been around Coach Prime for pretty much your whole life, how's it been now, going through all these surgeries he's been through? Talk about him being back on the field, having the surgeries where he can be back during the season for you guys. How has that been? And talk about the importance and that he has been in a part of your life this long.
Yeah, it's just like a breath of fresh air, really, just seeing him back out here with us. We ain't seen him the whole summer. I knew he was down there bad. I knew he was going to be all right either way, but you just finally get a breath of fresh air when you see him face to face. You hear stuff, dig out, he's going to be all right. You're like, all right, I want to see with my own two eyes. Just seeing him back out here with us, just seeing us practice and all that, it just brings a lot more energy. The same swag is back to the team it was. So just seeing him walking into the team room the other day, it was like, all right, we really back now.
All right. This is my last question, Carter. Your father played with Coach Prime. You're being coached by Coach Prime. Do you guys ever have conversations about the similarity or differences in you guys' relationship with Coach Prime?
Yeah, we do. They both tell me a whole bunch of stories from like back in the day and stuff when they was on the Cowboys. So it's just always good to hear a story. I might hear a story from Prime one day. I hear a story from my pops one day. My pops tell me a story, I go back tell it to Prime. Prime tell me a story, I go back tell it to my pops. So it's a whole. I like the relationship that I got between both of them, able to connect them still to this day. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
sure.
Carter, man, we appreciate you taking time out to stop and talk to us right here on the morning run. Before you go, give a shout out, let everybody know where they can find you at, whether it's social media or whatever.
Instagram, Carter Stoutmire 1, Twitter, just Carter Stoutmire. That's it.
Already. All right.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Run. Appreciate you, Carter.
Yep.
23 Colorado Buffaloes. I think he was the fastest player on the team last year on the NCAA game. At least one of them.
Yeah, he I know in high school he ran right at around 11, like 10.99, 11.2, somewhere in there, like 11.0, 11 flat. So he definitely got track speed.
Damn. Yeah. Way faster than me. I'll tell you that much. He would have walked me down. Hey, as the chat said, I had to bring it back to me one time.
Put that red circle, whatever the chat be doing, because it's gonna always go back to Chico, man. It's the morning run. Big Dog, Chico, Deuce and Scoop, yours truly, Uncle Neely, coming live from Boulder. Second day of practice has wrapped up. You had Coach Rob Livingston, DJ McKinney, Carter Stoutmire on live. Where else? Where else?
Nowhere.
All you gotta do is hit the like button too. Now, that's all you gotta do is hit the like button. That don't cost. And we'll be doing these after every practice. There's gonna be a presser, and when it falls on the day for the morning run, you'll catch them live or catch them on replay. Deuce and Scoop channel, Big Dog Chico channel, or the Pregame Network. So all the Colorado you can get, man.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, you the MVP this week now, Big Dog. Hey, even more so than usual. Good gracious.
With the layup.
Man. Oh,
hey, Chico, what I told you better tell me what to do with it before you give it to me.
Shoot that, Unc. Shoot that, Unc.
Because if you give it to me, I think you want me to decide.
For sure, man.
Lay that up, Chico. Lay that up, man.
Hey, man,
Chico go under the basket, bring it back out like dog.
Try to call my own play two. Like, man, we done called the damn play already, man.
Chico on top telling Dukes to move.
Hey, man. Carlton Miller said we gotta have 721 people watching at least when we only have 296 likes. Let's get those likes up to 400, please.
Chico, how you came up with number 8 to wear?
Number 8? Oh, man, you want to hear the real? Damn, okay. Short story is I wore it in baseball because of Cal Ripken and Albert Bell.
Okay.
When I played baseball, right?
Yeah.
And so I wanted to keep my numbers the same throughout football and baseball because at the time I was wearing a different number in football. But then one day, a guy who wasn't even really playing football in middle school, he walked out there on the field with the number 8 jersey on. I said, ooh, that thing look cold like Troy Aikman out there. Ooh. And I was like, oh, you know what? I wear it in baseball already. I'm getting that number 8. He don't play. I need that. Next day, I had number 8.
You took it off?
How'd you get it, Chico? You leaving out the biggest part of the story.
I said, I need that, dog. I said, I need that. You ain't playing.
Say?
Give me that. He ain't say nothing. Here you go, Chico. Thank you.
Chico, you a bully.
I ain't no bully. He wasn't playing. Hell, I'm a star quarterback.
Who had the number?
Player.
Who had the number on?
I ain't gonna call his name, but shout out to my dog.
No,
HT.
I'm talking about he had it on and you took it from him, and you ain't giving nothing for it. You a bully.
No, he got he got the pick for the other numbers that was left over. He got.
Man, seeing that numbers
Chico,
like
you a bully, man.
I like that 8. I likes it and I want it.
And then it's symmetrical also.
Dukes, he went Stone Cold Booty War on him. We can do this the hard way or the easy way. Well, I'm gonna get that 8.
I like that 8.
I want to say, I want to tell y'all something, man. This is real deal right here. This is real deal. Let me tell you how long practice been over. Practice been over long enough for everybody to come up here, including staff, Coach Prime. And number 77 is the last one off the field.
Damn.
Jordan Seaton is just now coming up from practice.
That's how it is, man.
That's
the difference. That's the difference.
He just came up practice field.
He got something to do.
Put the circles in the chat right now because as I told y'all before, when I played ball, the guys who stayed after, it wasn't a coincidence that those were the guys who ended up playing professional ball. When I look back on it, it was Roddy White, it was Daryl Hackney. Shout out to my dog Carlos Hendricks.
Shout out to Roddy White, man.
Those were the guys who used to stay after practice. I used to be like, you know what? I might as well go ahead and stay too. You know what I mean? So I was kind of straggling along, and that's kind of like how our careers went. They went to the league. I got a chance to play professionally overseas somewhere. But had I put in that extra work, who knows? I probably would have been right in the league too. But that's what it takes, man. You got to separate yourself. And that's what 77 is doing right now. True story. I'm telling you the truth. It's a true story.
You know, he's heading the other way. I'm not here too far away. I was going to grab Gunnar White, but he's going in the other door. We'll get him on when we had the coaching segments on. So, hey, man, as we've been saying, like for real, this is what you can expect with the morning run. There's going to be certain days the morning run comes on right when practice is ending. So we'll cover the press conferences. We'll grab players and coaches for interviews. Big Dog, you good? Doing fine, man. We're going to be bringing you inside access, man. All fall camp long.
All fall camp long. Y'all stay tuned right here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. hit that notification bell so y'all can be notified when we go live. You understand me? Shout out to Dukes the Scoop. It's all right, Dukes. I'll let you keep that one.
I was gonna discuss it off air, but you know.
It's all right.
Hey, but I gotta say this, Chico, for real. I know the three of us shoot at each other, give each other a hard time. But shout out to Dukes the Scoop, man. Reaching out late last night about the tsunami, checking on you. I said, man, got me up. I'm on CNN, worried about my dog Chico.
Yeah.
You know. And
Appreciate that, man.
yeah, me and you worry about it. He eating the damn avocado or something chilling. He's like, oh man. Why we panicked?
I panicked for a minute too. You watch the news, and news will make you damn panic, dog. You should have saw me. I dropped the video. Y'all check it out on my channel. You should have saw me as I was driving, and I saw those cars coming back, like they were coming west. I was driving east. I was like, oh damn! It was like hitting me at the like real time. Like, man, this might be.
And see, that was the challenge I was having for you, vicariously. That big word. Because okay, I'm knowing y'all are island.
Yeah.
Up high, there's already people up there already. If everybody from down low go up high, everybody can't fit up high. Somebody gonna make
Everybody not gonna make it, right?
So it's like playing musical chairs. You know, somebody ain't gonna have no feet.
And that's why the traffic was so gridlocked. I shared it on my Instagram also, because everybody looked like they're trying to get to the same place. And here's another factor also. I saw somebody say on the mainland, what we do, we trying to get somewhere and there's a lot of traffic. What you do, Dukes, in Atlanta? You hit the back roads, right?
Yeah, bounce out. Yeah.
I know how to go this way, bam, hit around there, go through this neighborhood, bam, bam, bam. I get back. Ain't no back roads in Hawaii, dog. Everybody got to go on the highway or the freeway. That's your only options. So it's not going around it to get here. Now that road don't even connect to the freeway, you know? So everybody's going one way. They had traffic gridlocked, but looked like everybody made it.
Now GPS messed that up in Atlanta.
GPS.
Oh yeah, because everybody know the shortcuts.
Yeah, like GPS will tell you now. Like back, like you probably not like. So you familiar with the Camp Creek? No, Camp Creek used to be woods growing up. Like I stayed, like I grew up like right there by Camp Creek, and but there was a way when they first built the marketplace. If you knew the neighborhood, then you could go up watching the road and come back down. But wasn't nobody going up watching the road because it was kind of the hood a little bit. But shoot, we know what to do. You know what I mean? Like you come down that way, but by the time you know. As GPS, yeah, man. So it'd be more traffic on that side of it than it is on Camp Creek.
Yeah.
And not Desert Drive, Desert Drive.
I appreciate y'all checking in on your boy. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of made me, you know, get into that mode too. Once I saw y'all checking in, I was like, damn. You know, get other Texas people checking in. Chico, you all right? I'm like, man, I'm over here sitting here chilling for real.
We made you worry from Colorado to Georgia, but you should have been worried.
I should have been worried. But I was doing exactly what you said. Either avocado or chilling.
If you put that same energy on your safety that you put toward telling on that lady for stealing, you'd have been on top of their mouth.
Nah, but once I got to the family's house and I saw all the other family cars over there, you know, who come from the lower lands of the lower. How you say it? Lower
lying lands.
Lower lying areas. Yeah. They came up to our area. I was like, okay, this must be definitely the safe zone because everybody over here. So I'm good. We damn near had a party.
They let you in?
They let me in. I had to knock on the door, ring the doorbell 2 or 3 times. Say, hey, I'm out here. Hey. They were like, let them in.
While you were there,
it's a tsunami. We can let them in.
Did you pull a Reynolds while you was there?
No riddles.
Well, man, again, I'm glad you safe. Prayers for everybody. Hope they're safe.
Yeah.
And I think it's still heading toward California. If it ain't hit yet, it's supposed to be some impact along the West Coast somewhere. So prayers for everybody, man.
Yeah, prayers to everybody on the North Shore of Hawaii. Other than that, we should be good to go. We appreciate y'all joining us once again on the Morning Run. TMR live on the Pregame Network. Connecting from Atlanta to Colorado to the islands, baby.
We got Uncle Chico tomorrow and Uncle Chico tomorrow night. The Morning Run back Friday. We catch y'all on the other side.
Y'all know what to do. Hit the like, subscribe, coming all the other good stuff. Dukes Scoop, you got something to say before we get up out of here?
What Chico said, it's a tsunami, y'all.
Say it again. What I say?
Hey, I would.
They shooting. Yeah, his longer than mine.
What?
That's
Hey
kind,
man, hey y'all.
that's kind of random shit Chico be
Oh my
saying.
gosh.
Bag in action. We'll keep y'all updated on practice 3 or 4 for the next show.
It's a
Think y'all was
tsunami of
coming.
men's, y'all.
A tidal
Yes.
wave of penises.
It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men's with the S. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. And have a great damn day. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah, y'all. UBSU. Hallelujah.
Hey man.
It's raining.